Suarez from Alto Canto, who has been on the show before, but it's been almost a year and a half since we last had him. His brand is doing some really cool things. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Welcome,
Thank you.
Daday.
Welcome. Thank you
So
so much for having me again.
of course. I mean, honestly, we would love to have you all the time because your product is spectacular and you have some really cool ideas. But we do two things to start every show. Two things. Thing number one is smile like an asshole, where we smile for 10 seconds straight. We always tell our guests to hold a bottle if they've got one. I'm going to flex and hold two. And then we
Okay.
count to 10. We don't even need to do this anymore because with Instagram we had to. We don't need to, but I'm going to anyway. Ready?
Habit.
And uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, no seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Cheers.
Cheers.
And then thing number two that we do is we cheers. We say what we're drinking, who we're cheersing to for the week. We never make our guests go first. Heidi, you want to go first or you want me to?
Go for it.
Ooh, I didn't think about who I was going to cheers to this week. Why don't you go first? I got to think about this one.
I'm going to cheers to my friends Javier and Veronica. They own a restaurant they started probably about 15 years ago called Cilantro. It was like the first tequila bar in Nashville. So they opened one and then they opened a second location and they just opened a third one in the Gulch. So it takes a lot of work. Talk about like persistence and like not giving up to do that. 3 restaurants and they work all the time. So cheers to Javier and Veronica from Cilantro. Give them some love if you're in Nashville or passing through. Salud.
Cheers.
What are you drinking?
Veronica.
Oh, I'm drinking the Alto Canto, the high proof.
Oh,
It's delicious.
diesel. Diesel. Okay, I will go next. And I am going to cheers to, believe it or not, the brand Patron, because all over New York City, they have some of the coolest ads. And I was in a
Yes.
different part of town. Yeah, I was in a different part of town today, and I saw a new one, and it was so good. It's just they make incredible ads, and on top of it, during the Super Bowl, I posted a like a meme, like a series of memes in a carousel, and I mentioned Patron in one of them, and they were like in on the joke. They liked it. They commented. I was like, all right, like we're like friends now. This is good. It was big moment. So yeah, like I think Patron and their marketing team are just some of the best in class. So if you not that you would steal from other brands, but if you were to steal talent from other brands, think people to consider.
I already did. I
Yeah,
already did.
yo sabe.
I already did.
All right, I'm gonna drink the high proof too because I mean, come on, like come on,
It's so good.
I do have one bottle that I'm gonna like tell about later, but I'm not gonna tell you yet.
Okay.
I will have.
Salud.
Cheers.
It's better from the bottle. Oh my god, thirst quencher. All right, who you cheersing to? What are you drinking?
Okay.
Well, the same as you.
Yeah.
Eh, so I'm drinking in these new glasses that we're developing.
Whoa.
So it's like a jarrito with, how do you say this?
A stem.
A stem. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Oh,
jarrito with a
nice.
stem.
Those are new?
So, yeah, those are new. So
That's
they're
really
not
cool.
in the market for gifting and anything. And last time I was here with you, I toasted to my wife because she was in the process during these 7 years now. So it's been a long, long journey. And this time I want to take the time to toast to 2 people that had been helping me a lot. First of all, the one that I stole from Patron, which is Juan Reyes, my master distiller. I stole him from Patron. Well, he was already gone by the time I met him, but he comes from Patron and under the wing of Francisco Alcaraz. So that's Juan has been more than a master distiller or a partner. He has been a friend, a really good friend for me. He's been with me in the goods and the bads, and he's very good. And the other one that I want to toast now, it's Fernanda, my brand manager.
Yeah.
She's been with me almost 2 years now, and she's helping me really, 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 really much to develop the brand, the communication, the storytelling, the design, the awareness, many, many other things. And she's been very supportive for me. So for those 2 guys, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Salute to them. Fernanda's great.
Oh my god, the best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Yes.
So, for people who don't know Alto Canto, and you should know it, what is like what are a few things they should know? If they only remember one or two things from tonight's episode, what are like a few things they should know about Alto Canto?
I think the first thing that everybody remembers about Alto Canto is that we are the highest distillery in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We are at 9,000 feet above sea level. So that's, I think, the most acknowledgeable thing about our brand, the 9,000 feet. And secondly, the philosophy about purity in the process. We want to develop the best tequila with the less intervention. So those two things are the ones that I think that the people might understand about or remember about Alto Canto, the altitude and the purity, those two things.
And to put
Yeah.
the altitude into perspective, the Empire State Building. Actually, Heidi, do you want to guess how many feet tall the Empire State Building is? So
No.
Alto Canto is 9,000 feet. How tall do you think the Empire State Building is?
Not 9,000 feet. I don't know. Is it?
Just take
I
a
have,
guess. Take a guess.
I have no idea. 2,000.
Honestly, really great guess. It's just shy of 1,500 square feet.
Oh.
So if you think about that, like how many is that? Should be easy math. It should be 6. Yeah,
Mhm.
6 Empire State Buildings to get
One over the other one.
to get to the height that they're making this product. And one of the things that's remarkable, having visited the distillery, both of us have,
Mm-hmm.
is you think Mexico, you think like I went in the fall. You think Mexico in the fall, it's pretty warm. Like the warmer it is, the quicker the fermentation happens. It is freezing. It is so cold up there.
It kind of reminded me of like Lake Tahoe or here in the South, like Gatlinburg, like going up into the Smoky Mountains. And it's just like, it's this whole other side of Mexico that you didn't even know existed. And so not only is this distillery 9,000 feet above sea level, but it is not an easy task getting up there because
No.
the road isn't like a paved road like when you go to Gatlinburg or Lake Tahoe or Big Bear or wherever. Like it is rugged, rustic road and very bumpy on the way up there.
And it's like a whole vibe. Like it's a little cold. The air's got a little dampness to it. Like I don't know. I fell in love with it, to be honest. And I'm trying to find a video of us driving because
I did too, and I
Like,
just
Well, you search for the video.
look at
I
this.
think I haven't been to Colorado and the Rocky Mountains. I haven't been there, but I think it resembles a little thing because of the altitude and the cabins and the cold. So I think it's more or less like something like that, Salt Lake City or Tahoe in Nevada. So look,
That's the
that's
move.
that's the way to the distillery exactly.
It was just awesome. And you're like in a truck and you're like and more than that, then you get to the top of this mountain and there's this like incredible distillery there. It's beautiful. It has like all this incredible equipment. It has some really let's see what you got there too.
The
walking
avocado
around
field.
grounds up there, all the trees, all the like there's avocado trees. Didn't you say it's like the biggest organic avocado supplier?
Yeah, they have a really huge orchard of avocados there,
Wow.
all of organic, and they use our fibers in order to avoid the insects to eat the avocados. Yes.
Honestly, it smells amazing. Like that's what she said. It smells so good up there, and the air is crisp. The air is like damp. It's just there. I don't know. I loved it, and so okay. So you found this place. How did you decide? Like of all the mountains in all of the land, how did you decide that this one at 9,000 feet above sea level was the one that made sense for this distillery? What went into that decision?
There were many things. First of all, there's no too many mountains in Jalisco, so it was kind of difficult to find a mountain.
Okay, so first thing, like count the mountains and pick one. Got
Exactly.
it.
Juan went
be
to
able
the how do you say to the institution regarding the forest and everything in Mexico, and he asked for the maps in Jalisco, and he started pointing out mountains. So after that, we started to look for land available because most of the land at that altitude it's forestal. You
So
cannot
you knew
build.
though, but you knew you wanted to be high up. Like it sounds like you knew you wanted to be on a mountain.
Exactly. I knew that I needed, not wanted, needed to build a distillery at that altitude. So Juan was the one in charge of searching for the land, but it's just a few pieces of land available because the rest of the land is forestal and not for farming or building or residency or anything whatsoever. So it was really difficult to find. It took us almost a year to find a piece of land. Almost a year took us for
Wow,
us to
and we
find a
talk
land.
to brands sometimes that they're like, I had an idea of like a distillery I kind of wanted to work with, and I had an idea, and then we talked to some people who are like, I knew what I wanted the bottle to look like, and then we talked to some people who are like, I knew what I wanted the agave to be. You're probably the only brand I know that was like, I wanted a mountain, and
Yeah.
then starting from there, like we would figure it out. So okay, so then you narrowed it down to a series of mountains that one weren't owned by like the Mexican government as like a forest, two
Exactly.
were available at the height that you needed. And then
Mhm.
Juan, who's the master distiller, you and he were working together already, figuring this out together. Is that how it worked?
Exactly. Before I built the distillery, I asked him, "Do you know how to do the whole process of tequila?" One thing is that he was working in Patron, in aging and bottling and production and liquors and different parts of Patron. But I was, kind of scared that he couldn't develop from A to Z the whole process of tequila because he was never in charge of the whole process
Right.
before. So I first we built a micro distillery in Mazamitla, down the town, down the distillery in the look there's a little copper pot,
Oh,
50 liters.
cute.
And
Oh my
then
God,
this
how
is
cute.
and then this is what they crushed.
That's the
Hold on.
exactly.
You
Remember
built a baby distillery? Like a
remember we were
Yeah,
talking about that last week, something like
hold
this.
on. Oh my God. Okay. So you guys built a baby distillery to test the
that's
proof of
right.
concept. And you did it down a mountain, not at the top of the mountain, right? Was it at the top of the mountain?
Exactly. But it
Oh
was like
my God.
8,000 feet. It was like 8,000 feet. 8,000 feet, yes.
So still
And
high,
Juan,
just
the
not 9,000.
exactly. That's one.
Okay. And so then when you did that, you build a baby distillery, you're trying things out. What did it like how did that go? Did you go, "Hey, now I know more than ever that we should be at the top of the mountain," or did you tweak some things?
And why did
Juan
you
told
feel
me
you said you knew you had to be up high? Why?
exactly
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
why?
two reasons. First of all, I'm not a family from tequila people. I'm not a Camarena, a Norendain, a Sausa,
Same.
a Partida, none of these families that have been doing tequila for 4, 5, 6, whatever many generations they have been doing tequila. So I needed to develop something unique or different and not to copy or resemble what the other brands were doing. I think I told you, a background of sommelier as a sommelier. So for me, the good wines are the ones that have two components. The first one, it's a huge nose.
Mhm.
When you smell and taste a good wine, the nose is what gets into your head, into your
Mhm.
sensorial memory. So for me, the tequila needed to be with a huge nose. That was one of the
There's
things.
so many jokes I can make about right now about big noses.
Okay.
I mean, but anyway, please continue.
No, no, don't worry, please. And the second thing, it needed to be balanced
Yeah.
because in wine, as in tequila, some of the wines and tequilas, they bring a lot of heat, a lot of alcohol, and then the flavor and the notes and everything comes afterwards. But a good balanced wine blends everything, completed, so everything comes together naturally. So when Juan was developing the micro distillery, he started experimenting with yeast, French whiskey, beer, many kinds of different yeasts, and nutrient and many things. He's a chemist, so he wanted to, you know, do a lot of playful things. And at the end, he told me we might do a batch with spontaneous fermentation, but I don't know if it's gonna work because I don't know if there's enough yeast in the environment. So I tell, go ahead. We can only, we are going to maybe use 20 kilograms of agave that are going to the waste. So I didn't care. And it was the best one. The last batch, it was the best one.
Yeah.
So
And
I told him, this is
how many batches today?
16 batches. We did
16 batches.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was 7 months.
You're the coolest boss ever because you're like, you know what? Play around. Let's try. Here, I'll even make you a testing environment.
Thank you.
Like that level of confidence and just like freedom that you gave him to try things, I think is why this turned out so well because he could play around. There was not like a timeline where he was like, I have to do it by this day. I have to do these economics. I have to do these things. And you just let the tequila speak for itself.
Yeah.
Yes, it was difficult for us. At that moment, we couldn't find land. So because we couldn't find the land, I told him, play around while we find the piece of land where we are building the distillery. That's why he had a lot of time. This was 6-7 months, as I told you. And when the last batch came out, I said, this is the one that blends everything together. And in that moment, it's when the storytelling come together in two things. The altitude, because the altitude let us get this profile, and the purity. Mm-hmm. And at that moment, Juan and I started, we need to do this at that altitude and with that purity. No additives, no nutrient, no yeast, no nothing whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. And
so that's how we started.
Do you still have some of the product that was made in the micro distillery? And how does it differ? Oh, he does. That's cool. How did
a couple of
you didn't let us try those when we were there, did you?
No, these are my personal stash.
Marissa, so I know you went there too. You weren't there like as long, but you were there. So when you first like went to the distillery and got to experience the smell, the aroma, and see how it was going on and taste the tequila, like what were your initial thoughts?
Yeah, so for me, it was like a fever dream because I was supposed to get in earlier in the day, and then my flight got all messed up. By the time I got there, it was kind of like I'd been traveling for like almost 12 hours at that point, and I'd been up since like 3 a.m., so I was sort of out of it. And they're the most gracious hosts. That whole team, they had the nicest man waiting for me to pick me up. He had bought me chocolate for no reason. He just like was giving me chocolate, and we were having a wonderful conversation. And then when we got to the distillery, they had like pizza and cheeses and all this stuff. And I was so hungry, but I was like, I can't eat it because I want my palate to be okay. Like, I don't know if you remember, like I wanted that pizza. I wanted that cheese so bad, but I was like, I can't do it. I'm here. And like, I want to smell the yeast as I'm doing this. Oh my God. So then when we go into the barrel room, one smelled amazing. And then the distillery itself, like I put on boots and I'm in the tahona, like playing around. Like the whole thing was like surreal to me, but overwhelmingly, the smell will always stick with me. It was like this really fresh, like it's hard to describe. It's like a fresh agave smell, but not like what you get at El Tequileño where it's a little warmer. Like if you ever stay at Casa Suarez, you smell agave immediately. You smell it cooking in the ovens, but this was like a different ambient type of agave smell. Heidi, why don't you give it a stab? What did you feel the same?
Well, I always compare, like the first distillery I ever went to was with you, and it was Cascajuin. Wait, were you there with us that day? It was on that trip.
I joined you late, I think.
And Steve Vera took us, and I will never forget like that smell that was like so permeating, and having the agaves all around and seeing them cooking in the ovens, and that taste. And out of all the distilleries that I've been to, I've never had that experience again until I went to Alto Canto. And I remember like I was standing next to Lou, and I was like, and we both just looked at each other like, oh my God, like this is freaking amazing. And it's like, I think Lou said he hadn't experienced anything like it since like Fortaleza, since the first time he went there, and like their production
He told me
methods and
that.
everything. Yes, yes. And we tasted it and it was just, and that aroma was like, I've never smelt that much cooked agave, but then I also kept getting like sort of like a caramel popcorn smell to me that I was trying to describe to everybody. And I don't know if it's because there's corn that grows around in those mountains because you go up there and you don't see blue Weber agave all over the place like you do when you're in the
Right.
lowlands or even in the Ramnas. You see other species of agave that
Trees.
are growing around the property that are not blue Weber, and they're not using those to make like any agave spirit with, but you don't see the blue Weber. So it's very, very different. So the fact that you did spontaneous fermentation and there isn't agave growing everywhere and it still tastes amazing, it's pretty cool. You have like the natural yeast from the avocado trees, from the apple trees, all the fruit trees growing around there. I think you had like some kind of lavender, like all different kinds of flowers and botanicals growing around there that just really have a lot to do with the flavor profile of this tequila because there is a lot of like sweet agave in this
So much.
with a
Yeah.
lot of complexity.
And I think your
Yeah.
video nailed it, Heidi. You put a video out recently about Alto Canto and how it can smell and taste sweet naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there's it's kind of like a cooking thing, and in anything, right? In working out, like at the gym, they say if you
Mm-hmm.
really want to build your shoulders, don't do heavy weights for low reps. Do like low weights for high reps, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's colder, so the fermentation is going to take longer, especially if you're using
Slow and low.
Slow
low,
and
Slow and low.
slow and low,
yeah.
and I think that's the magic here. It's just
Yeah.
don't rush it, you know? I tend
I
to like the
really,
spontaneous yeast too.
And
I
all of the
really,
fibers you're using too.
Yeah, sorry.
no, 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 it's okay. I really wanted to hear your experience and your perception about the trip because you were the first group that I brought to the distillery. Until
Mm-hmm.
August last year, I haven't brought anybody, any group of people to visit the distillery. We don't have visits like other distilleries that you can go on a daily basis. We don't have that because we are just starting and we don't want to distract the people. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have enough product. We are not selling in Mexico, so we don't have a lot of visitors. So I was very eager to talk to you and hear your feedback about this because I've been like, I don't know, 12, 15 distilleries, more or less, but I think you've been 20, 30, 40, I don't know, evidently more than me.
Been to a
So I
ton.
was very curious about your feedback,
Yeah.
Alto Canto compared to other distilleries.
And not to downplay anywhere else that I've been, they've all been amazing, but it was just a completely different and like refreshing experience, I think, of because of where it was. I felt like I was experiencing it all for the first time again when I was up there.
Yeah. There was
Like
something
a virgin.
Jeez, anytime we get Heidi to sing, it's a good night as far as I'm concerned. So A plus. Yeah, and I think further on that note, every distillery has the thing it's known for, right? Like,
Mhm.
and Heidi, have you been to Fortaleza? Actually, I meant to ask.
Few times.
Okay, cool. So, because we have them on next week. Um, One of the things that I really liked about it, other than just the topography, was completely different, right? Like when you're driving around us, it's a little different than when you're driving around like the valley. But this was just completely different than all of that. And then on top of
Mhm.
it, like it was just kind of like I don't know. It felt like Halloween is the wrong phrase, but it felt like a New England kind of day. Like it was like foggy. It was like a little
Mhm.
cold, and like I was wearing flannel and a leather jacket, and I was like crisp. And I feel like that's a really cool environment to make
Yeah.
this product. We see a lot
Mhm.
of different places like California trying to do this, and one of the challenges that California has faced is that their wet season, their rainy season is inverted with Mexico's, right? Mexico's rainy season is when it's warm. California's rainy season is more of when it's cold. And so they've seen challenges there. But I wonder if maybe that's actually a good thing because it seemed like for this place, for a damp and colder climate, it's making a pretty incredible product, particularly when you think that it's spontaneous yeast and it's not like you're adding anything. It's sort of all naturally what's happening. So
Hmm.
a lot of thoughts there.
And today, tell us. So we know you can't grow the blue Weber agave there. So where do you source your agaves from?
I think right now there are 4 or 5 farmers that have USDA organic certification. So I have two, one from the highlands and the other one from the valley. So I source from both of them. Both are 7, 8 years. Right now we are this year we are only producing with 8 year agaves.
Wow.
Whoa.
So there's 2017, I believe, or 18,
Mhm.
2018 agaves that we are producing this year because there's a small batch that they have left, and we are using it this year. So it's from them where we are sourcing the. Oh, I look fat.
No, you don't.
Ah!
Ah.
That's what video does to all of us.
I mean, you should say like after I watch these, I'm like, I look like hell. No, the agave source and the organic and 8 years. I can't believe that 2018 was 8 years ago. That's the part that's just blowing my mind. But okay, so you have an organic product that you start with. You have a really high distillery that you make this at. Let's talk a little bit about some of the production methods within the distillery because I was
Perfect.
fortunate enough to see them as Heidi and to participate. Um, there is there is a tahona. There it is, y'all. It's pretty
There's
cool.
a
Yeah, look at those beautiful fibers.
uh, yeah,
Fibers.
Mm-hmm.
those chunks of red ant. Look,
What am I
that's
saying?
Jose.
That's
Yeah.
Jose.
Yeah, it's the
Talking.
only guy in the distillery that talks English, that speaks English in the
What?
team.
Well, he's doing a good job. And then you guys are like, Maris, put on some boots and get in there. And I'm like, okay.
You need to
I did
feel
that too. I
and
did it too, and it is hard. It is hard work.
So hard.
exactly. I wanted you to feel how difficult it is to smash and squeeze the agave fibers. And also you need to earn your tequilas and your guacamole and everything. You need to work for your
And we
lunch.
did. And we
I
did
think I
work.
did. I think I did. I was gonna send you a W-2 for mm, my taxes. No, but all kidding aside, okay. So then right now, I think a lot of people. The first question we always get when people hear these cool brand stories, they're like, "All right, awesome. I want to try it. Like, sold. How do I try it?" So, what states are you in, and where can people like? Usually online to buy it is pretty easy, but like, what states are you in if people want to try it?
Before we talk to the business part of and where you can get Alto Canto, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the process because
Okay.
even though I talked about this constantly, because we are so new in the market, it's very difficult that everybody gets or understands or knows what we're trying to do. Um, we use all the ancestral methods, stone brick oven, tahona. We do the fermentation with the fibers. So just a handful of tequilas are using the fibers during
Mm-hmm.
the fermentation. And we also use the fibers during the distillation. But what I wanted to talk to you about is why the 9,000 feet. At that altitude, everything develops at lower temperatures, more humidity, the boiling of the water takes place at lower temperatures, the distillation of the alcohol takes place at lower temperatures. So everything behaves completely different at sea level or at tequila level or at Aranda's level. Those places are like, I don't know, 4,000 feet. I really don't know. I don't want to give
Hey, don't tell
a
too much.
wrong. Okay, but at that altitude, it's like 9% lower temperatures for everything. So that 9% let us cook slow and low. That's why I remember that phrase from the brisket. So it
Uh-huh.
takes us 80 hours more or less to cook the agave. So we don't burn it. It comes really really soft. I don't know if you remember how soft it was, the heart of the agave,
Yeah.
Kelly, when you eat it, and
Good.
it was so sweet, and that's
Yeah.
because of the slow cooking, and we can do that because of the atmospheric pressure. We put less pressure during the steaming of the cooking. So there's a lot of chemistry. I don't want to bore the audience about the chemistry and that. And because of that altitude, the fermentation also takes place in better environment. It's lower temperature, so the yeast can work better during the fermentation, and then in the distillation, the alcohols, we can keep more alcohols because they evaporate at lower temperature. So we have more esters, more kinds of alcohols that brings you nose
Mm-hmm.
and more palate. And the other thing that we do that it's not about the altitude. It's we do a second fermentation, a malolactic fermentation, which does two things. The first one, it brings down the alcohol note, so it smoothens the, the, the palate,
Yes.
and it smoothens the alcohol note on the nose. And secondly, it brings more viscosity into the tequila, like a glycerin, like the artificial glycerin, but without anything else. So
Right.
all of these it's only achievable at that altitude. So that's why we choose the 9,000 feet. It's not a tagline. It's beautiful. It's like Salt Lake City. It's really, really cold. And some people, like you said, that I visited in Massachusetts and in Rhode Island, they have told me that it's like those scenic views that you see in Boston or
Mm-hmm.
in New Jersey or Rhode Island. They told me that they see the same scenic views. So it's not about that. It's about trying to produce this quality tequila with the less intervention possible. So that's why the altitude. Sorry about
That makes
the
really good.
chemistry, the
That
chemistry
makes
lesson.
no, that makes sense. It's so like interesting to hear about all that, and it really sets you apart from a lot of the other tequilas because no one else is making tequila up there.
Right.
Yeah. And when we were there, we tasted something that Ice dug out of the ground with Juan.
Ah,
It was
yeah,
in
it
a
was
glass jar.
magnificent.
Is that going to be so? It was resting in the earth in this big glass container, and then we all drank. Is that something that's going to be like specially bottled, or was that just for like guests that come to visit you?
Um, what Juan and I have been talking constantly, it's which is our best batch, and we always tell it's the next one. What I'm trying to do, it's trying to improve each batch. So the glass container,
Yeah.
it's because the mezcal, some of the mezcals, put to rest the mezcal below ground in these kind of glass containers. So
Mhm.
we wanted to see the effect of putting some of our tequila underground for several months. I think that one had 3 months by the time that you drank it.
Yes.
And what Juan told me that it does to this, it stabilizes some kinds of alcohols, and it brings them together in a very different manner. So that's some of experiments that we're doing. Marisa, you saw that we were testing different kinds of barrels.
Yes, and
Uh,
different ABVs.
exactly.
Mhm.
So we are constantly doing experiments, but we are not releasing them continuously. We are not a brand that we want to do special edition, a special barrel.
Yeah.
We are not that. We want to do the same three expressions that the people understand that it's the best we have achieved so far,
Mhm.
and we want to improve batch by batch, day by day, month by month. But we don't want to be flashy and doing this is with bourbon caskets, and this is with cherry, and this is with wine, and this is rosé. No, we're not that kind of philosophy. We want to do exactly the same, but in a better way. What's a better way for us? A tequila that has more cooked agave identity, flavor,
Mhm.
mouth, uh, complexity,
Yeah.
balance. That's what we're
Character.
trying to character. That's the
No
word.
distractions, just like very good agave.
Yes.
Exactly. We
And
already have añejo, sorry, and we're not releasing it. I don't know, in a year or two. We already have añejo, and I'm
really,
waiting until I feel that it's the right time and the right profile So you need to wait. Maybe I can send you a sample just to,
Oh my god.
a
So, okay,
teaser,
let's talk
just
about
a
what you
teaser.
have. There are people in
Talk
the
about
comments.
that.
People in the comments are asking. So let's talk about what you guys offer. So you've got a blanco, you've got a high proof blanco, you've got a reposado. You can see the branding. I actually do want to quickly talk about the bottle because it's just, I think it's really, really classy and well done. And there's a lot of detail here. So first, one of the things we look
Exactly.
at is the thickness of the glass. Look how thick this glass is down here. And if you're looking at it, you're seeing all these different swirls. That is a topographical map of where they make
Exactly.
this tequila. Now, at the
First of all,
bottom,
there's an ancient compass here in the bottom that gives you the directions to the distillery, which is here.
what?
And here are the top. Yeah, that's a compass that gives you the north to the distillery, and
So
these
I
are
could
the
just walk
topographical
around
lines.
with this bottle, drinking out of it on your property, and I would never get lost because I would just look at that.
Not all who wander are lost, Heidi. Okay, and then let's talk about the lid too, because I think the lid it has its own story. So
Yeah,
it's synthetic cork, which we love because you don't have to worry about it drying out.
exactly.
What? Why don't you tell everyone what's so special about this?
This is ceramic. We wanted to do it in wood, but it was really, really complex to develop this figure. So we developed it in ceramic, and each one of the caps, it's different.
They're all
So
different.
it's a fingerprint. Each bottle that you buy from Alto Canto has a different fingerprint. So you can collect them. You can, I don't know, collect 1,000, 2,000 bottles
Yeah, why not?
of the
9,000.
cap.
Okay, so the high proof blanco is blue, the reposado is orange.
it's pink. The reposado is pink.
Oh, this is considered pink.
Well, yeah.
See, I think it's orange.
It's kind of looks
And the
it looks sort of like a dark orange.
I think it looks like the Mets. Like this looks like the Mets, like the blue and the. Sorry, it's baseball season. Pitchers and catchers reported for spring training today. It is baseball.
okay.
Yeah.
And the blanco, it's more orange if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what color? Well, don't tell us. What color does everyone think the añejo is going to be? I want to know, and we'll wait a little bit before we reveal it. But everyone, put in the comments what you think the color of the añejo is going to be. We love taking this game, doing this game, and taking guesses all the time.
The label.
I have a guess. Okay. I think it's either going to be
I
purple.
think it's going to be like dark red.
Oh, I was going to say dark red or purple. I couldn't decide. I'm thinking purple. Or I mean, honestly, a forest green would be really pretty. I'm thinking purple though.
Or maybe it'll be like gold.
Yeah, I was going to say or yellow. Like a deep amber. Okay.
We'll wait, and I'll let you
Wait.
know later.
At the end of the episode. We'll reveal it at the end of the episode. Okay. Everyone start thinking. Remember, we've got this beautiful, I guess he's calling it pink. I'm calling it orange. That's okay. And then this blue, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
Next question, because we're getting this question in the comments as well. Is
Yep.
It's not available in Mexico. We did cover that. However, where in the United States is it available?
Right now, we are in 7 states: New
Okay.
York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and California. How many?
Okay, so that I got New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, California. I missed one, didn't I?
1, 2,
New York,
3,
New
4.
Jersey,
Yeah, that's only 6. New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts.
I think it's
New Hampshire.
Oh,
New Hampshire. No.
Hampshire.
It's either Kentucky or Indiana. We're just starting
Kentucky.
in one of those two.
Kentucky or Indiana. Well, Indiana just won the college football championship, so
It's
But
probably
we
Indiana.
just-
It's probably Indiana because a lot
We're
of
just starting there, so we're just
are
starting there.
launching.
okay. So I'm gonna show this on live so people can see. It's available in New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, California, and Indiana or Kentucky. We're not sure which
One of
one.
those two.
One of the two.
Yes. And online, you can have it on Sip Tequila or Old Town Tequila or
Oh,
Flaviar.
Flaviar, yeah.
okay.
Flaviar,
is
Sip,
amazing.
and Old Town.
SIP
So
just
you
had
can-
SIP Festival, and and someone just in the comments said it's Indiana,
Indiana.
which is good.
Okay.
Are there plans to go to Texas?
Yes, two things. We are also in total wine in all of those states. In
Okay.
California, for instance, we are in 40 total wines. Yes, we don't want to stretch the market too fast. We want to build the brand in smaller markets that the people get to know the brand, start developing more on-premise accounts. So
Yeah.
the people go and have a dinner with Alto Canto, go in a happy hour and sip it in a cocktail or neat. And after that, we have established in these markets, then we want to grow to evidently other markets, Florida, Texas,
Yeah.
Illinois, Nevada. But I don't want to rush it. It's really difficult to develop a brand. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do it in the smaller states that are more, how can I say it, that match
More
better
concentrated.
with the brand.
Yeah. And as you mentioned those states, I noticed something. And I don't know if this is by accident or if this is true. I just Googled it too. The states that you're in, they tend to skew higher income. So,
Exactly.
yes, okay, cool. Because like of the top 10 states, you're in a bunch of them. So Massachusetts is number one by income per capita.
Mhm.
New Jersey, you're in. Maryland, you're not. New Hampshire, not. California, Hawaii, forget because like that's just a nightmare to get to. Washington State, which logistically wouldn't make sense, and also population density wouldn't make sense. Utah, which doesn't drink. Colorado, which again logistically. But then you've got Connecticut. So if you were to take a cross section and say states with high income, states with high population density, states within a certain cluster of each other, such that you can reach them all.
You're
Um,
smart.
yeah,
You notice the strategy. You notice the strategy
Mhm.
that I was.
This is why brands, they like
This
to
is what
ask you to
this is what
consult for
she
them.
does. This is what Marissa does for a living, right?
That
Well,
was the first
understand.
reason that I select those states. That was the first reason. I wanted a high density, high income states because we are not a cheap tequila. We are not a $20, $30 tequila. We
Mhm.
are an artisanal, slow cooked production, luxury high-end tequila. So this is not for a day-to-day cocktail in a bar, no, or in a dive bar. It's a tequila that wants to target the people that understands and likes good tequila. So it's expensive. The organic agave, for instance, just the organic agave, it costs us 2 or 3 times more than the regular agave for just for put something into that. But that's not the only thing, and everything it's well thought, and I don't want to compromise the quality of the product because of the price point. So that's the strategy that we started. And the other thing that um, made me choose New York and New Jersey, it's because I like a lot the opera.
Oh, really? Do you
Yeah,
really?
so my wife and myself have been going to Lincoln Center since 2007. We've been watching opera for almost 20 years. We've been to 60, 70 operas. That's why Alto Canto comes together. Alto Canto, it's the high song. So it's the altitude, evidently, but also the canto, the singing. It's because of the opera. My pleasure or my I don't know how can I
Yeah,
say it.
you enjoy it. I mean, so my office used to be right across from Lincoln Center. I was there a lot for work, and then I finally went to a few shows there, and it's incredible. The talent just like emanating from those halls. It does make sense. Alto canto, like a song at a high altitude. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For
Um,
me, alto canto represents that high note that some of the tenors, just in a few representations, can achieve the C note. I think it's the one that C blah blah blah. I don't know about music, but there are some notes that just a few tenors can achieve. So that's what alto canto tries to achieve. Those notes in the tequila, in the nose, in the palate. I know it's a metaphor and very artistic, but that's
Yeah.
what I aiming to do. That when you smell this, when you taste it, you feel like you know.
And you too can be a soprano if you choose to drink alto caldo, or a tenor,
Ah,
that's
a
funny.
soprano or a tenor if you're a dude.
Well, I do want to get back to the segmentation. I think your market segmentation was smart. Um, Discus releases data every year, and I actually was on a podcast discussing some of the industry trends. And one of the things that we were seeing was that revenue was down, but sales volume was up, which would sort of imply that people are drinking cheaper stuff, right? You would think that that's what it means. People are drinking cheaper stuff, revenue down, volume up. But there was, in fact, a trend toward premiumization. So you had a bunch of people over here who were unaffected by this economic downturn drinking premium. We had a bunch of people over here that were saying, I want to drink like something a little cheaper. Now, Heidi and I have had a lot of brands on the show lately, and we're noticing, at least I certainly am, that it's sort of a bifurcation of the market where you've got some people going really expensive and some brands going really inexpensive. Some brands have even cut their prices. I mean, I think of like Zumbador at $25 a bottle, right? And so with something like this, like your product or like Casa J that we had on last week, this is the type of thing that I think from like an economic standpoint where we're seeing this downturn is probably safe from some of the pressure, the pricing pressure that, you know, the everyday tequila is facing. That said, it's all a distribution game. And it's all about making sure you have that distribution.
And marketing. And
What's your reaction to that?
Two things. As I told you, I don't want to compromise quality. So I didn't want that the price point will be an issue. And in that matter, I already thrown out more than 7,000 liters of tequila that I didn't like. And because I didn't like it, I threw it away. And Juan was going batshit crazy because it didn't pass through my palate. And I said, no, it's not worth it. Throw it away.
And you just like threw it out?
Well, no, it was difficult to dispose tequila. It's really difficult. So it wasn't that easy. It's not that you open the sewer and you, no, it's really
I know some
difficult
colleges that would take it.
yeah.
I know. And it's more difficult because I don't sell it to other brands because I didn't want that they have Alto Canto juice. So it was really difficult for us to dispose that tequila that I didn't like. And the other thing that I did this, it's first of all, this is a passion project. I've been doing this for 7 years. I haven't earned a single penny, you know, and it's gonna take another 5-7 years, I believe, to earn some money. So this is something for legacy. And the last one, the last part of this, it's I want to be proud of these things. So I don't want to sell a million cases like Casa, other brands. And
You know, the
this
small
is
batch brands.
exactly.
Won't name
So
any.
I
But
think
some
in a
say that
couple
they
of
rock.
years, yeah, I know. In a couple of years, I'm gonna break even, and it's gonna make me
Wow.
money. But this is something that I heard some people that said that he opened the blanco and he smiled when he smelled the blanco. So that kind of reviews, it's what it's worth for me. So those things that are the ones that I'm trying to achieve. So yeah, my background is in human resources, as I told you. I don't know, and that's a very competitive market, and it's everything about the price. So I didn't want to go in that direction with the tequila. I said it's gonna be luxury, quality, expensive. I know it's gonna be hard to enter to the market. I know it's gonna take time, but I'm not gonna compromise the price point or the quality or the time into the market. And what I've seen in the market, it's once the people try the product, they go nuts.
It's so good.
Not they just don't like it, they go nuts.
Yeah.
They really. Some people like the repo, some people like the high proof, others the blanco. We're still improving a lot of the blanco because I'm not very happy about the blanco because it gets confused with other brands, and I really hate that. I really hate that
I
with the
don't
premium
think,
brands, with good brands, not
Yeah.
cheap.
I'm surprised to
But,
hear
but
that. Because I
yeah.
think it's so unique. I want to believe that I could just know what it was. And we've got people in the comments saying like really cool things. Like Mike, of course, is saying it's a fantastic product. And Mike knows tequila.
thank you, Mike.
Mike knows tequila. So you're getting a lot of love right now in the comments, which we love.
A
To see.
lot.
Um,
Talk about price point. I know you said like it's more expensive, but it's not really as expensive as some brands I've seen out there that can't even touch this flavor profile wise.
No, it's not as expensive, and I didn't want it to be just ultra luxury or luxury brand. It's an a craft luxury, well-rounded product with a nice, how do you say, packaging, as you can
Yeah,
see here.
wonderful packaging. I was gonna
The
say I'll go grab
boxes.
a box and show people.
It's the
But you have them
boxes are
right there.
beautiful.
It presents so well. I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up, and certainly like if you want to impress
Please.
somebody, you know, if you want to like if I have any secret admirers out there and they want to
Yeah,
impress
look.
me.
Let me see if these boxes
Yeah.
come with the new booklet. I don't know if I have the new booklet.
Oh, I have the new booklet. I can go grab it.
Yes.
Let me can I turn off my screen while I do that? No,
Look.
you know what? You guys can just see my background as I go grab it.
We could just see all the tequila behind you.
See,
So-
Oh, so that's a new booklet. Oh, that's
Yeah, that's
pretty.
a new booklet. Yes.
Okay.
So on one side, it has the whole process, and the other
Yeah.
on the other side, it has the expression. There was the añejo.
Oh. Oh,
I move
so
it.
you have the pamphlet ready for the añejo already.
Yes,
Wait,
Okay.
wait, did I miss the color?
I
yes, you
think
missed
it's in
it.
your pamphlet.
What color
is
is it?
The first one that knows or tell me which color is, I'll send them a bottle for free.
Okay,
Of a
so
high
check
proof.
this
First
out.
one in the comments?
Look at this.
In the chat, the first one that tells me which color it's the añejo, I'll send him a bottle.
I mean, come on.
You
Look at
guys
this.
take a guess.
Yeah, so if you're in the comments, again, take a guess what color the añejo is going to be, and the winner will get a bottle, which is pretty kind. So yeah, definitely take your guesses. And again, at the end of the show, in about 5-10 minutes, we'll reveal. So this is what the packaging
Tell us
looks
about
like.
the añejo. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to quickly show this because this is really, really cool. So it like, and you can't see it, but the fibers of this packaging it's really nice.
It's recycled. It's recycled paper,
Oh.
so we don't want to use plastic. We only use plastic in the minimum places that we need it, like the cork. We needed a synthetic cork. There was no way that I use a natural cork, so there I had to use plastic. Also in the cap, but I don't want to use plastic. We want to be as sustainable as possible, even though inside this the box,
Yeah.
these and these parts in the inside are pulp trays. They are from paper.
What?
The parts that support the bottle
Wow.
are made from paper. So
I mean,
we
wow.
use everything completely organic. We don't want to put any synthetic into the
I mean,
packaging.
look how pretty this is, and look at the thick glass. Like this is a beautiful bottle. It's hard to explain the premiumization. Like obviously you can see the bottle, but feeling it is slightly different. That's what she said. And the packaging that it comes in just adds to it. We've seen brands try to do bottles boxes sometimes just to like try to charge more, but this just feels like it was deliberate, right? Like it's got like a lot of detail to it. It has the seal here in metal. It's legitimate.
So pretty. It's so
Yeah.
The
classy.
reason for that, Marisa and Heidi, it's very simple. You cannot inspire a consumer with a mediocre product.
Yeah.
You cannot inspire somebody if you're just doing your minimum. You need to reach, to overachieve. You need to really commit. So nobody wants to follow a brand that it's mediocre. Nobody wants to follow a brand that it's 50 cents over the other one. You need to really commit, and that takes a lot of commitment, challenges, and very many risks. So that's what I'm trying to do.
We got
So
some
we have
guesses.
red, orange, pink, and black.
We've got some guesses in the comments. So last chance. If you guys want to take a guess now.
Did anyone guess it yet today?
Yes, at 1 hour exactly, I'm gonna tell them.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to tell them yet. Okay.
Somebody said
No,
Easter egg,
6 more minutes, and
yellow.
I'll tell them.
In 6 minutos. Oh, someone said Easter egg. I
But we
I
have
don't know
to
what that
pick
means, but okay.
the first person that said the right color.
Exactly.
First person who said, well, we'll go back and look at the comments and figure
Yeah.
that out. Okay, so let's talk pricing real quick.
Yeah.
How much is your Blanco?
The Blanco, it's 79.99. The high proof, it's 89.99. And the Reposado, it's 104.99.
Okay, so the
And some
Blanco is
people, yeah, go ahead.
Blanco is $79.99. The Repo is $109.99. $104.99.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the reason, yeah,
oh, sorry, and the high proof Blanco is
89.99.
Okay.
And
That's
the
a
reason
great
that the Repo goes a little bit higher, it's because we use new American oak barrels and we only use them once.
And then what?
They sell them
I don't
to
know,
another
you want one?
distillery.
I mean, yeah, like I'll take one. I'll turn it into a table or something. I mean, the other thing too is like when you do that, just getting the barrels up that hill, up that mountain, everything is like a logistical thing.
Everything it's a challenge. Everything it's a challenge.
That's so much extra
Two
work.
trucks went flipped. How do you say flipped?
Really?
During the construction of the distillery, yeah, they flipped because of the road. Yeah, everything it's a challenge.
Oh my
Manpower. The people doesn't want to go work there because of the altitude. They get dizzy.
Yeah.
They
Oh
get
yeah, I
nauseous.
experienced that. Did you experience that, Marissa?
No, but maybe
there
because
were-
I'm always up so high in that Empire State Building that I never visit.
Maybe. Yeah, there were several of us on the trip that just were
Exactly.
feeling a little
Babies.
bit off. The alcohol hit a little bit different.
And they were not working. Imagine working
were
8 hours, 7 hours daily. So it's everything. It's really, really difficult. at
You need
that
those
altitude.
Olympians, right? They have Olympians training at high altitudes, right? So that their blood oxygen level. I remember I had the best sleep that I'd had in a very long time in the cabins when I was up on that mountain.
Really?
Yeah, my Apple Watch was like so happy with me. It was like, that
That's
was
good.
the best sleep you've had. And I don't think I had the Aura ring yet. Or did I? Ooh, okay, I should look. Because I remember waking up being like, that was amazing. Like, why was that?
It's
so-
very
You always do the
very
questions.
difficult out
Now
there.
I'm going to do the questions.
Okay.
So, Heidi, tell me, what did you like most about the trip that you had in August? And then you, Marissa.
Okay.
And John, your husband, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's asleep. So I think
Oh, this was my sleep score. It was an 85. I typically get in the 60s and 70s. So for me, this was amazing. That was my sleep that night.
wow.
Yeah.
So I have two favorite things. The first thing is about the distillery, and I love just how welcome we were made to feel when we got up there by everybody, because you had that little kind of I don't know what, it wasn't really dinner, but like they cooked some foods when we were up there by the little micro distillery first, and that was just
The
really,
guacamole with the high proof and everything. Yeah.
yes, all of that stuff was just very, very special. And then probably my most favorite part about the distillery was seeing how much agave fibers were in those wooden pipones and the smell in there. Like I just wanted to like bring that smell in a bottle home with me, you know, and put it in my house. It smelled so good. And then outside of the distillery, the helicopter ride.
That's right.
So
That was
not very
amazing.
many- not very many people can say they drink straight out of a bottle on a helicopter. And I can
Exactly.
now say
I'm
that.
lit to tell. Oh,
First time
man.
for me. I haven't done that ride until that day with you.
It was really great. It
You guys
was
are
really, really great.
Dare
Sorry,
to-
Marisa.
My favorite part, I think, and as an HR person, you will appreciate this, I think was the people. I know that's like a cop out of an answer, but it's the truth. Like I was there after hours, people stayed. They wanted to be there. They wanted to show me. They wanted to talk about it. It's just me. It was just me. Like you guys went on a trip. I couldn't make it because of
Exactly.
work. and they opened the distillery for me. They went up that mountain for
Yes.
me.
Oh,
And they had people working, turning on the equipment, like turning on the lights for me.
wow.
So, you know, you'd only really do that as like an employee if you really believed in it, if you were really bought in. And you could tell it was authentic pride from the people. It wasn't like, ah, shit, my boss told me I have to be here, so I'm going to be here. They weren't mailing it in. They
Yeah.
were there because they wanted to be there. And I think for me, that was really striking. And I felt like a jerk. I'm like, oh my God, like all for me. This is
Don't worry
crazy.
about it. No, 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 not at all. A brand is as good as its people.
It's
So
true.
my
Really.
team, it's really who is responsible for the building of the brand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In
And they want to be there. They want to be
Yeah.
there. So I would say that, and then I also just like I'd never seen a location like that before. That location, I don't know, it just stuck with me. It just really stuck
Yeah.
with me. I wanted to vacation in Mazamitla. Oh, and the Cafe de Olla was the
Oh,
best thing
yeah,
yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
really
really
want to go
liked our car
back.
ride back. I liked our car ride back as well. Like it was fun talking with you and Fernanda. I liked that.
well, the
That's
first
nice.
thing that I
Oh,
want
you
to
know
tell
what?
you,
Yes.
go ahead, Hedy, please.
I was going to say today, I think my husband's favorite part of the trip was when he decided not to go. You know, when we went in the mountains in those
Yeah,
fast little
and we
cars
took
and
a
got,
coffee, John and myself, in the plaza of Mazamitla, and we
yeah,
speak like an hour or something like that.
that was, I'm pretty sure that he would say that that was his favorite part of the whole trip was
Why?
getting you all to himself for an hour just to
What did you
talk to
guys, what did they do instead?
that we went like
Razors.
right we took razors and it was dark and well it got dark and there was tequila involved and we were riding all around the mountains on dirt roads.
Killer waivers you guys had here, huh? Like,
Bryce is a really good driver.
yeah, I don't remember signing a waiver.
Yeah, we
Sounds
signed
fun.
waivers.
Yeah,
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
John from
John
Agave
didn't want
Social Club, he was, why do I have to sign a waiver? He was telling me.
oh my God, I
It's
love
just the
that.
helicopter. It's just a helicopter.
That's great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's really special to experience stuff with people as well.
Mhm.
It was really special for me to experience it without other like tequila people that I know as well. Like I had never been just me. It's always me and some people. So that was really interesting. It's always at least me and one other person. It was me.
Yeah,
Um, which was
that
so
is so
Well,
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
several things. Marisa, first of all, both of you were the first ones or some of the first people that were interested in the brand. So I'm always grateful because it's easy when a brand is big
Hmm.
to have sport and media and many other things. But when you're small, you're starting, nobody knows you. There's nothing other than hope and expectations. It's really difficult that the people looks you and take a chance to you. So for that, thank you in this second time that I'm here. Secondly, you were, as I told you, the first group that I brought, and the most rewarding thing for me, it was the warmth of you, of everybody, that they were really enjoying the experience in the smallest and simplest things,
Hmm.
the smell, the the rain, the food, the smallest things were the ones that you really I see that you were so engaged with. So thank you so much for that because it's really important for me to validate 7 years of work. It's a promise, it's an hypothesis, it's a project, but you never know if it's gonna work, if the people it's gonna get into the brand, if you're I don't know valuable enough or worth enough to compete to other brands. So you never know. No, you have to put your money and get risk and put yourself in the market, and then you will know if it's worth it or not. And seeing everybody so happy, it was for me the best experience of my life because it was 7 years of dreaming and working and failing and experiencing. And for Juan it was as well, I can tell you that, and for Fernanda, because they've been so engaged with you and with everybody. Not but you were the first one. So thank you so much for that. That was really meaningful because it validates that what I'm trying to do, it has value in the market. So what now what I need to do is do it a lot in many states at the same time with many people and communicate. So it's a lot of work right now.
Yeah.
Being a small craft brand in that price point, it's a lot of work. It's really, really a lot of work because once the people try the tequila, the Alto Canto, they really got engaged because of the quality and the story and the uniqueness. So they really got engaged with the brand. But until I get to do that, it's really difficult for me to bring new customers into the brand. So thank you so much for that. We are 105 and the Alto Canto Añejo, it's black with golden.
Oh, who said black? Hold on, someone said black.
Yeah, somebody did say black.
All right,
Another
let's
one
look.
said golden or yellow. So the two are,
It was that Armando Torres, 5635. He said,
Armando,
Black
message
Tequila.
us. So message us at the TequiLadies on Instagram and let us know how we can reach you to get you that bottle. Wow,
Or
dude.
you can email us at the TequiLadies at
if
gmail.com.
there are two winners, I can send 2 bottles. Don't worry about it. Eh?
And then, well, also,
There was a golden one.
yeah, someone said yellow. Does yellow count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow?
So, all right. Ms. Shastube, message us as well.
Yellow, it's also.
Yeah, we'll count it, right? We'll count it.
Yeah.
Message us on our on either TequiLadies at gmail.com. The tech, you know what? Just message up on Instagram. Let's not mess with email. Message us on Instagram. It's much easier to find us. You can search us. You don't have to get one letter wrong. It's okay. So at the TequiLadies.
Yes.
And we will connect you to get.
I just wanted to say too, thank you for inviting us to your distillery. I know we all feel honored that we got to be, the first ones to go there, and you were just so gracious, your staff and everybody. It was like really the experience of a lifetime, and you can really tell that it's a passion project and that your heart and soul is in this, and it shines through in the product. And I love the Blanco. I love it just the way it is.
I've noticed.
If you think you can make it better, make it better. But I'm really happy with
You can ask for a few bottles from Marisa.
Okay. Yeah, I heard
I sent her a video. I was like, what happened?
I heard that Marissa's your newest retailer.
Honestly, ID. One more reason to come visit me in New Jersey.
Yes.
I was going to send you less product.
Yeah.
But the distributor couldn't bring less product. So I said, well, send her a case each. And
oh my gosh.
I honestly am being very deliberate with who gets the bottles because it's very kind that you did that, but I feel it's a not an obligation. Yes. That's the wrong thing. It's out of respect. It needs to be the right people.
Exactly. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
It's a responsibility to make sure it's the right people.
Thank you.
Who should be trying it. So I'm going to have somebody who runs a bunch of restaurants, including tequila bars, try some. And I'm going to go from there. But yeah, these will not go to waste. These will be for the right people.
That's where you're going to shine, just like you said today, like that, those on-premise accounts, the restaurants and the bars, and educating like those bartenders and their staff. That's where this is going to shine.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I disagree.
No, let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very special. And the reason why it's important to get it on-prem is because a lot of times the off-prem will say, well, we've never heard of it. Is it in any restaurants or bars? That's always what they ask. At least
on premise, Marisa, let me give you a parenthesis. On premise, it's where I've been told that the brands are built because the people try the product. So when you are trying the product, then they got engaged with the product and say, I like more. And off premise, it's very difficult because there are so many salesmen and they don't get the training and they don't get many information, so it's more difficult to develop a brand through off-premise accounts.
And
So
they're
that's
dealing off premise is dealing with a lot more
A lot of
brands.
competition.
Bars
exactly.
and restaurants, it's like a hand, so many tequilas, unless it's just a tequila bar and it's all tequila, and so many of this or that. And they're like, because they're bartenders, they tend to be more interested in learning. Whereas the staff in a retail store, you might have like a couple of people that want to learn, but honestly, they don't remember. They get so many trainings, every week from not just one type of spirit, all different kinds of spirits and wines, and it all gets lost. So they're more, your off-prem, they're going to be more incentivized by what you can give them to move your product.
So the reason that I think this shines on off-prem more than on-prem, just everything you said makes absolute sense, and I defer to both of you because you have a ton of experience in both those realms. But the reason that I think it's a fit for off-prem is because the bottle itself is just so captivating. The packaging itself is so captivating. And it's part of the overall aura of it. It doesn't remove anything from it. Like a bottle like G4, they're like, he says, I'm not in the business of making bottles. Like, it's just like a standard bottle, so whatever. But in this case, it's just so beautiful and such a wonderful package that I'd imagine that there's some value to be derived from buying that. That
Two
said,
things.
yes, please.
Go ahead. That's it.
That said, for on-prem, where I think it would shine would be where it is the premium option in a limited option of agave spirits. So not a tequila bar where there's 80 different SKUs and now people are doing it based on price, right? No, where it is, you've got
Michelin restaurants, these high-end bars, high-end hotels. Yeah,
exactly.
that's our ecosystem.
If
Two
somebody,
things.
if
Just
somebody
really,
sees a bottle like this in a restaurant, or if the bartender shows it to them, and especially if the person trusts that bartender, they're going to try it, even if it costs more for a pour. If they're in a store and they see a bottle, even though the bottle's beautiful, a lot of times, if nobody's there to tell them how good this is on the inside, they're going to pick what they already know because it's what they've always gotten. And
The other
I'm
thing,
going to tell you right now, it's going to be like the brands that we don't care for that are higher dollar, that's what they're going to go for. So it's going to take somebody walking up to that person and saying, if you like that, you're going to love this. You need to try this, so it takes a little bit more work, I guess.
the other thing that I think is working against you is just that your nom no one has heard of. So like if I go to a store and I see something's coming out of Cascaween, like 1123, I know already I'm probably going to like it, but have people heard of 1636?
Yes,
No,
that's right.
and that's another
You remember it, so it's not working against me anymore.
Well, I'm also not the average consumer, I would say. Me and
I
Lindsay
know.
are. But all that being said, I think it's an interesting strategy and an interesting challenge you have here.
Several things. You are right as well, Marisa, because most of my accounts right now are off premise. So right now I'm selling through off premise, but the brand building it's through on premise. Why? Because it's more tasting. When you go to a bar, a restaurant, you try a neat, a margarita, and immediately the 10, 20, 30, 50 people that might try the Alto Canto in that night, they tried it, they like it, and they buy it. On the off-premise accounts, it's very difficult that they can try the product. So
Right.
In New York and New Jersey, are you allowed, do they do demos in the stores like tastings?
yes, and we are very aggressive this year. We're gonna start in 2 months a very aggressive campaign
Yeah.
about tasting. So my brand manager has a tagline. I forgot it because I have 3 or 4
And
hypers right now.
some of those stores are into education. I know not all of them, but some are. And so they actually have dedicated spaces for classes and education.
Sure, I've done
Yeah.
that in Jersey City, Hoboken, Tribeca, Astor Wines, Bottle and
Astor.
Soul, and many high-end quality off-premise accounts. I've been doing tastings and master classes. I do a class of over an hour from the origins of the tequila and the legends and the everything all the way through the tasting, and the people love it because it's not just the tequila, it's a small part of the cultural expression of the Mexican people, so they love that kind of experience. So it's fun for me. It's not just selling, it's really fun to engage with other people and tell them, look, I'm doing tequila, yes. I'm selling you tequila, yes. But I'm also sharing a little bit about my country, about my myths, my cosmogony, my history, about other things. And in the process, you drink tequila. So it's beautiful,
So everybody wins.
Exactly.
Everybody wins. And
Exactly.
yeah, it's just an interesting strategy, and I'm excited to see it in more places. I've seen it in a few in New York City, as I mentioned. So before the call, like we were quickly catching up, and I've seen it in a few places in New York City, and I get really excited. We also do that the bottleneck test that we didn't do today, so I'll explain that to
Yeah.
you quickly, and then we'll call
Mhm.
it. When I'm judging a bottle, I always say like if you only saw the top of it, like the bottleneck in a like on a shelf or at a liquor store or a bar, would you know what the brand was? And I mean, once they're familiar
Yes,
with it, I think they would because it's got a very
definitely.
unique lid. It's got
Mhm.
the shoulders are very unique. I think people would know, and I've picked it out like immediately. I'm like Alto Canto. Also, the color is very much working in your favor. I think your color
Thank
scheme
you.
is beautiful.
You know, it would be very cool since you're in New Jersey, Marissa, is you
Yes,
should
ma'am.
do an event with Daday in New Jersey at an on-prem.
We're gonna do
Who would
that.
trust me to do that?
We're gonna do that.
That would be
This
amazing.
year, we're gonna get very aggressive on those states. The reason that we didn't do that last year, it was because it was a learning year. I'm
Yeah.
not from the industry, as I told you. I'm not competing with Fortaleza, Cascawin, G4, Tequila Ocho. They have their own history, a huge history. They set the market for this kind of tequilas. So I'm not that. I'm trying to do something very different, which is trying to express tequila in the finest and purest expressions.
Yeah, and,
So
and
so
those
it,
brands you mentioned are all, other than Fortaleza, owned by, or at least invested in by bigger
Mhm.
companies that have
Mhm.
those networks built in and have that crazy money that they're going to these events and throwing money at things. And I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying like,
no,
it's
I don't. No, I don't.
just like
But you
another
are
event.
the first generation of Alto Canto. First generation. So imagine being able to say that you tasted the first generation of G4
Yeah.
or
You know
Fortaleza
what?
or like the first.
G Fortaleza.
So like that's another great selling point of this is like it's so great. There's no other tequila made at the distillery. You have your own distillery and this is the beginning of like something that's going to be really really great. Continue to
Thank
be
you so
great, get
much.
better. Mhm.
Several things. I'm gonna do an event with you in New Jersey, Marisa, and also, I don't know if you've been to Barcelona. Have you been to Barcelona, too,
Uh,
Marisa?
dos
Or
tiempos y
Not
este verano
okay.
pasado, para una boda de mis amigos.
The first time I went to Barcelona,
My
it
Spanish is
was
impressive.
this La Sagrada Familia. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Gaudí, it was the architect of La Sagrada Familia, and it has been under construction for over 80 years, 90 years. I don't know exactly, but a lot of years.
Forever.
So Gaudí, the architect, the designer, had an interview, and the reporter or the journalist asked him, "You're designing a cathedral that it's gonna take 50, 60, 80 years to be built. Uh, why are you doing this? You're not gonna see it in your lifetime." And he said, I remember perfectly, God doesn't have a rush. He's
Hmm.
not rushing for the results. What I'm trying to say, and I'm not comparing with Gaudi whatsoever, please don't do that. What I'm trying to tell you is, um, there's a time for everything, and I just want to develop something that, as you go to the distillery, try it, share it, enjoy it, it's all that it matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's
There,
not
there's a
we are we, let me finish.
yeah, yeah.
Right now we live in a capitalism world, and it got so fast that it's very difficult to build this kind of projects. This is for me something that I not only want to pursue a project or a dream, but to be able to share with many people, to my sons, to you, to my family, to my friends. So that's what I'm trying to do. Eventually, I'm gonna earn a little bit of money or more, a lot of money. I don't know. But what I'm trying to do is to establish a footprint in a brand that it's quite different from the rest. That's the only thing. And there are several really good brands that I really admire. For instance, Guillermo Erickson from Fortaleza. I really admire him. I really do. Each
Yeah.
time I listen him or his son, and you're gonna have
Next
them
week.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really admire the challenges and the risk and the philosophy. And I've been 2 or 3 times at Fortaleza, so there's a lot of people that I admire, but that's a different path. I'm not Sausa. I'm not a fourth generation of tequila family, but I'm trying to do my own thing. So that's a little bit about Alto Canto just to finish the
Yeah.
conversation.
And I
That's
think a good quote to sort of wrap it up on is there's a Greek proverb that I just threw in the comments, and it says, "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in." It basically
Ah,
is,
that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know that I study philosophy?
Did I
Me
study
too.
philosophy?
No, he
Or you
did.
study
I
philosophy? Oh, amazing. Oh, so you've heard that.
no first time.
Oh, well, hey, I taught you something. Yes.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Thank you.
It's a beautiful quote because it sort of speaks to, you do things knowing that you may not be the one to enjoy them. You do things knowing that you're planting a seed for the future, literally in this case, or figuratively in the case of the
Exactly.
plant. Yeah, it's very cool.
Look, all those books behind are philosophy
Oh
books.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
all
wow.
these bottles back here are my philosophy books.
Mine too.
Very philosophical. Oh man. As
This
always,
is
it's a
great.
pleasure talking with you. I feel like I always learn something when I talk to you, so thank you very much.
Yes.
Um, any last
First of
comments?
all, yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
Any last comments before we call it? I know we're a bit over, but I just want to give you one last chance. If there's anything else, otherwise we can wrap it up.
2 things. Thank you so much for having me again. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do this year for the trip because it was a very good trip. So it's very difficult to overachieve the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And third, I hope that not only we can talk through the podcast of TequiLadies, but just to join, share a meal, share a tequila. That's it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That would
Yes.
be great. Please let me know if you ever come to Tennessee. Even though
I'll be there.
if your tequila's not here, but the brisket is slow and low.
There you go.
You said that your best bottle is your next one, so I would say your best trip is your next one. Your best year is your next one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're trying to achieve that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So to wrap up this month, we have Fortaleza next, and then the last episode of the month is Ascenda, which is an electrolyte tequila soda from Nick Soglinich, the Tequila Wanderer. I tried it at Sip Tequila Festival. It is really good. Typically, I find those canned things to be a little weird. This was not. So I'm very excited to talk with Nick. He, of course, is one of the original people in the internet tequila space. So he's always an interesting character to talk to.
He's great.
Yeah.
I'll be in 2 weeks in New York, first week of March.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh
contact you.
no. No, I'll be in Canada.
Canada.
Well, give me the dates and let's figure it out. Because I'll be in Canada, one of my friend's birthdays. So maybe I'll hang out with
Let's
Todd.
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll talk. Let's talk. But anyway, thank you again so much. And Heidi, what do we tell them? What do we say?
We'll see you next and every Tuesday, everybody.
See you next and every Tuesday. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.